Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's time for a little cruise in the woods, check out some new trails. It's May 20th, 2022, and the weather was so nice I couldn't resist but get out on the trails and do some exploring. So sit back, relax as we take a little cruise in my side-by-side and check out some spots that we have seen before and some new spots that we haven't seen before. Hope you enjoy the ride. So even though it's only May 20th, I'm very surprised at how low the water levels are in the brooks. This brook is usually pretty fast flowing this time of year, but it's been a weird spring. We haven't had a whole lot of rain to actually keep things up. When we do have a rainstorm, it's sudden and it's a lot, but then we have periods of dry weather. But notice that even this early in the season, that the brooks are already low. There will be a few puddles on the trail. But I'm just surprised that the water's that low. Anyway, today's plan, like I said, we're just going to take a little cruise through the trails, sticking mostly to the woods roads today since I am by my lonesome. Check out a couple side trails here and there, and check out a couple spots where I hadn't been before. Key thing was to get over towards the infield side of the area that I ride in. Like I said, just see what's been changed, what's been done, and all that good stuff. Going to get over there. I'm actually going to find an excavator, so they're actually trying to fix up the road, so I get the feeling that they're going to be doing some log harvesting of wood over that neck of the woods again, if they're fixed up the road for trucks to get in over. So, but we have a while till we get to that. We're going to just sit back and relax and head over in that general direction, and like I said, you'll probably see a few familiar trails. I've by my lonesome today, so I'm trying to stick to the main roads, our main woods roads, so I don't get in too much trouble. And if I do, then I can easily get in and get my rig if something happens. But yeah, that's the plan for the day, and stop for a bite to eat along the way, and just enjoy the day and get some quasi fresh air without having too many black flies trying to get at me. So this is the Brushy Hill power substation. I just pulled down here. I just wanted to stop and take a quick look underneath the side-by-side and make sure there's nothing dripping out that shouldn't be dripping out, and everything looked good before I continue on the rest of the day. Everything worked out and looked good, so we're just going to carry on, and we're going to head up on this what's called the Trail 36 and cross and get over to the northern part of Beaver Bank and head over to Enfield. So before I make my way over to up the north, my regular route up the north of Beaver Bank, I just decided I'll skip a little bit down here towards East Uniac, Mount Uniac Way, and just see what the trails are like. Hadn't been down here for a while, so I figured just take a quick scoot down and check a couple side trails out. And one spot we'll pop in on a nice little lake called Nicholson Lake. And one of these days I'm going to get back over and with a trout rod and see if there's any fish in that sucker. But yeah, just checking out a spot I haven't been for a little while. Actually, this is the route down to Nicholson Lake here. So this is Nicholson Lake. As you can see, it's a gorgeous day today. The water level in the pond's actually a little bit up higher than I expected, but probably a bit normal for this time of year. Anyways, we're just going to turn around and we're going to head back out and get on the main roads back to North Beaver Bank. So I recently invested in a GoPro Max. Want to try and do something new and try and get some different viewpoints instead of just a regular camera on the side of the helmet. So you can see that on the front, sort of clipped on there to the front bumper. There is the GoPro Hero Max, which is supposed to be also gives you a 360-degree camera view. I did try to get some 360 footage, but I'm still learning how to edit the 360 footage. So unfortunately I didn't get anything useful this trip, but I'm hoping that future trips I can get the 360 part to work properly for me and all that good stuff. There must be going to be logging here too, because the roads here are phenomenal. I mean, you can easily a regular passenger car could get through here. The roads are that good, so they are logging in here, or will be logging in here, and we're just going to head up the Granddaddy Hill and stop and have a bite to eat. Well, welcome to Granddaddy Hill. You've probably seen this in a few other videos and countless other people that also post videos on YouTube at the ATV in the local area. But this is a popular spot, so we're going to sit back and have a sandwich, have a little bite to eat, and have a quick lunch. So yeah, so I figured I'd put a little comparison here between my original GoPro Hero 3 Silver, which I bought way back many moons ago, and now my recent purchase here, this GoPro Hero Max. And you can definitely tell that with the newer cameras, the quality is 100-fold better when it comes to color and definition and stabilization. The side camera there is on my helmet there, it doesn't really show the blue sky, but when you look at the Hero Max, GoPro Hero Max, it's phenomenal, the quality of the colors and the quality of the picture. So I'm going to try a few things here. I got this little picture-in-picture a little bit, just to do a little comparison, and then I'm going to be flicking back and forth between the helmet cam and the bumper cam, I guess you want to call it. The Hero Max is just hooked on the bumper there, and kind of just try and play with the views for everybody. So you may hear some more different engine noises when you're on the bumper cam, because of course you're hearing the fan motor and the engine a lot louder than you would hear in the cab of the unit itself.
Now this would be a different story.
I'm just going to take a quick stop here. I'm just going to check my GPS and have another little small bite to eat, and then get back underway and head up towards the Monte Vista side of Enfield. That's actually the area I'm going. It's Enfield, it's Monte Vista, the Monte Vista area I call it. So yeah, have a quick break and we're gonna head off. I was a little concerned that the clamp that's holding onto the front bumper there wouldn't hold the camera securely enough, but I was quite impressed at how well it worked. So my biggest fear was having a brand new camera, and next thing you know, it fall off because you hit a bump and I run over it or something like that. But no, it worked great. So we're just gonna head up along here. Yeah, check things out. Looks like Mr. Beaver's been busy in the neighborhood there. He's got this little pond made up there, and he's using the road actually as part of his area for his dam. But this is an area to keep an eye out for as the summer progresses, and hopefully it doesn't flood too much, or he keeps the water back. And just up here is a trail I wanted to explore. I've never been down it before, so we're just gonna get up here to the trail. I'm gonna scoot to the right and head down this trail and explore a little bit. Well, it was a nice little trail. Comes to a dead end though. It's on the power lines, or one of the sets of power lines that runs through this neck of the woods. I think you can get a little further on if you had a smaller, like a regular sized ATV, but this side by side is a little bit too big for going where this trail looked like it was headed. So I'm just gonna head back down here and take a quick boo where I turned there, and see if the trail goes further to the I want to say to the southwest. But just going to take a quick look here. It doesn't go much further. Basically, it looks like at some point the power corp was in here and replaced some poles and stuff like that. So yeah, right in here, and that's why the trail looked in a little bit better shape than I expected. I'm just gonna walk down here. It's a nice little landing down here. It's actually a nice little spot, and I can see myself at some point. If I happen to be in the woods here, and you get a nice little breeze blowing, you can go down here and have a lunch. You can actually drive down here. For some reason I walked down here just in case it was somewhere I couldn't get turned around. But it opens up really nice, but it opens up onto this, like I say, this landing ledge here and all that good stuff. Anyways, it's a nice little spot. It's I don't see where the trail goes further down. I can see where somebody went down here. You can see the ATV tracks here. They went down here as far too to take a look, and basically turned around and came up back out of it. But it looks like a nice little spot to actually stop and have a bite to eat one of these days. If I'm with a crowd or something like that, it's kind of out of the way. You can have a bite to eat and not be disturbed. Anyways, we're gonna keep on going, and we're now back on what I think it's called the Scott Paper Road. This would connect you over to the Monte Vista Road and all that good stuff. I've been riding on this now for probably about 5-10 minutes, and the excavator, you can barely see it there in the middle of your screen, but there's an excavator there, and he's been grubbing out the road, trying to fix it up. I'm hoping they're going to throw a little more rock on it, because it was pretty soft. But yeah, Mr. Excavator there is cleaning up the road. Anyway, we're going to keep on. You can just see it at the corner there on the side of the bush there between the power line. Anyway, we're going to keep on heading back down towards what they call the Beaver Bank wind farm. There's some wind turbines up on the hill there, and we're going to head that way next and stop again for another little break. So welcome to the Beaver Bank wind farm. So there's 4 wind turbines up here. It's pretty cool. While I was here, they weren't turning, and then the wind kind of picked up, and it kind of started turning, and turned into the wind and flashed up. So it was pretty cool. Anyways, if from here you got a pretty good view, and it's hard to see here in the GoPro, but if you look this direction, straight as a crow flies, is downtown Halifax, and then you turn to the left, straight as a crow flies, that's Halifax Stanfield International Airport. So you got a nice view. You can actually, as I say, if you're there in person, you can see all the buildings at the airport, and if you're looking in towards town, you can see at downtown Halifax, you can see the tallest buildings there and all that good stuff. So it's a neat little spot. We'll just stop for a quick break here before we continue on back out the trail, and we're starting to work our way home now because it's we're getting on the end of the day. Been on the go since, well, I was a little late leaving, so I've probably been left around 10:30 and got back around 4. So it was a good little run. It was almost 6 hours, between 5.5, 6 hours by the time it's all said and done. Anyways, we're just going to start making our way out here. A lot of the footage I'm not going to re-show. We're actually just retracing steps. So this first little bit there just takes us back on the power lines, back up towards where I turn left there on the main trail, and this will join back up eventually on the back to it, so I can retrace my steps back to home. So this is the parking lot that the local snowmobile club has for wintertime, and this is part of their snowmobile trail here. I'm going to stop here. I'm going to take a walk up the trail here to see how things are. Adhere to through the local community grapevine that the trail was blocked by a burnt out car. So I hadn't looked yet, so I was going to figure I'd walk up and just see if the car was still there or if it had been towed away. Usually the local clubs are pretty quick to forget either the local clubs or the local landowners or the local police are really keen on getting these hulks out of here. So yeah, I'm just going to quickly walk up here and take a boo, see if it is there, if it is actually there, and if it is actually blocking the trail. Like, this is the part of the snowmobile trail and all that fun stuff. And from what I understood, it was supposed to be right around this sign up here by the power pole or the power line tower, but she's gone. So I guess somebody has towed it away and kept the trail open. Looks like it's time for a new pair of boots too. Yeah, so the sole decided to fall off my boot that I usually wear in the woods. Thought I could stick it back on and get back to the bike, but apparently not, or the side by side. Apparently didn't want to stay on, so it's coming with me. And when I get home, these boots are promptly going in the garbage. And time to invest in a new pair of work boots for going in the woods. Well, that's pretty well it for this ride, folks. Just basically going to head home. It's just a repeat of the trails as we came up, so I'm not going to bother to show that again. Thank everybody for staying and watching the video. A grand total of 91 kilometers. It was a lovely day. Nice breeze, keep the flies away, and got about 19 degrees, so you can't ask for anything better. Stay safe on the trails, everybody, and stay tuned for my next video. Stay safe out there.